Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 10.
Every single day, people are called with the latest scam, but it's not every day you hear about a school being targeted.
Valley News Team's Katie Opperly tells us how one West Fargo public school avoided being a scammer's next victim.
There are millions of phone scams trying to make you their next target. But one scammer isn't calling you or me. They're calling Cheyenne High School in West Fargo. The caller claimed to be a sports media marketing company offering the opportunity for advertising, if you only pay a few $100s. So I decided to give them a call.
You have reached sports media.
Multiple calls went unanswered, but were sent to voicemail.
All of our sales reps are currently busy. If you would leave a detailed message, we will get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you.
Is not available to take your call.
But when this number called Cheyenne High School, the school staff made sure to do their research. They popped the number into a quick search and found out this number is commonly associated with similar scams involving high schools and other businesses across the country. And you can do the same thing with any suspicious phone number. Putting the number in a search engine will pull up information to see if it's been associated with a scam. White pages will also assess the number and tell the spam or fraud potential, as well as show previous reports. This number has been deemed a scam, so make sure you keep yourself protected and do your homework before trusting every call that comes your way. In West Fargo, Katie Opperly, Valley News Live.
If you've been targeted by this scam, you are asked to contact West Fargo Police as they are currently conducting an investigation on the incident with Cheyenne High School. The scammer's number is posted on our website, valleynewslive.com.
A scare in Fergus Falls after one student threatens another with a knife. Fergus Falls police say last Friday, a 15-year-old brought a knife onto a school bus and used it to threaten another student. Fortunately, no one was hurt. Once the bus made it to school, witnesses told the bus driver, who told the school resource officer. The witness and the suspect were interviewed, and the teenager with the knife was taken into custody. The student is charged with secondary assault, terroristic threats, and possession of a dangerous weapon on school grounds. We made it into the 50s today, but it looks like we'll be dropping a few degrees tomorrow. But still, not too bad for Halloween. Hutch, any trouble overnight?
Well, we did have a couple of sprinkles pass through the FM area, barely wetting the streets, as a matter of fact, and that activity now pushing off into Lakes Country, southern and western Otter Tail and Grant counties, seeing a few of these sprinkles as they continue to press to the east and to the south. Your hour-by-hour forecast overnight shows temperatures slipping into the 30s for everyone. A few more clouds and a chance for some morning spits of rain or even snow up near Lake of the Woods and possibly out to the west. The next few hours will be dipping into the 30s here in Fargo. I'll have details on what you can expect for the trick-or-treaters coming up here in a few minutes.
All right, thanks, Hutch. And make sure you can get the forecast when you need it with the latest version of the Valley News Live Storm Team weather app. Download the latest version for free so that you don't miss important alerts. Just search VNL Weather in your app store.
Wadena police want you to know about some high-risk sex offenders moving into that community. Timothy Bungard and Adam Schultz, Level 3 registrants, will be moving to Wadena on November 1st and November 5th. Both have served their court-appointed sentences. Police say that they'll be available to provide the public with useful information on public safety.
Two Minnesota women want answers after finding their horses dead, one from a gunshot wound and the other poisoned. Both died last Wednesday night near Bemidji. They connected on Facebook and were able to connect the dots surrounding each other's losses.
I literally feel sick. My stomach just turns to know that my horses, my innocent horses, were killed.
If somebody could look a baby horse or even her horses and a mule straight in the face and shoot them for no reason, how do you know they're not going to go to humans next?
The women are urging law enforcement to take action before any more animals fall victim. However, when we reached out to the Hubbard County Sheriff's Department today, we did not hear back.
We're coming up on 2 years, still no sign of a missing Bemidji, Minnesota teen. Jeremy Jourdain went missing on Halloween night back in 2016. He was 17 at that time. He was last seen in the area of 6th Street Southeast and Wood Avenue Southeast in Bemidji. He was last seen wearing a blue and gray hooded sweatshirt, blue jeans, and black and white Air Jordan shoes. Bemidji police say that they've investigated over 150 leads. Hunters and outdoor enthusiasts are asked to be aware that Jourdain is still missing, and if you have any information, call police at 218-333-9111.
3 young siblings were killed in Indiana this morning when they were struck by a vehicle as they crossed the street to catch the school bus. Authorities say the stop arm on the bus was out when a pickup truck hit 6-year-old twin boys and their 9-year-old sister. It happened around 9:15 this morning. The twins are identified as Xavier and Mason Ingle and their sister as Olivia Stahl. In addition, an 11-year-old boy was critically injured and taken by helicopter to a hospital in Fort Wayne. There were no children on the bus at the time. Police are investigating the cause of the crash. Residents in the area say vehicles tend to speed along that stretch of roadway.
When officers arrived on scene, unfortunately, they found 3 deceased children, all from the same family. There were 2 twin 6-year-old boys, and then their sister was 9 years of age. And there was also a 4th child, an 11-year-old boy, who was transported via medical helicopter to a Fort Wayne hospital.
The drivers of the 2 vehicles were not injured.
Donald Trump Jr. not only brought a crowd to Williston State College, but he brought some friends too. Not only did he try and get the rally going and draw support for Kevin Cramer, but also Republican candidates all over the state, including Secretary of State Al Jaeger, Tax Commissioner Ryan Rauschenberger, Ag Commissioner Doug Goring, and U.S. Representative candidate Kelly Armstrong. Trump Jr. and Cramer were joined by America's first vice chairwoman, Kimberly Guilfoyle, and speakers at the podium who told voters to get to the polls, even if they think Cramer is going to win anyway.
Show up anyway. If it means we end up with wins where we run up the score, I'm okay with that. We're not about participation medals, right? Let's just run up the score.
Trump Jr. will be in Nevada at the end of the week to continue drumming up support for Republicans nationwide.
Plans were announced today for a multi-million-dollar addition at West Acres Mall that will result in new restaurants. Around this time last year, the mall released a list of potential stores that could be selected. The mall's CEO says over the past year and a half, 9 stores have been added to the mall, and now they're spending between $15 to $20 million on a new venture. The district will take up the 30,000 square feet left from the old Sears location that Best Buy did not take up. It'll be comprised of 3 to 5 restaurants.
We are ready to announce our first restaurant as well. Minnesota-based Crave, American Kitchen and Sushi Bar.
The restaurant is slated to open in the spring of 2019. The rest of the district is still in the planning stages, but will be a collection of 3 to 5 restaurants, which developers say they're looking for locally, regionally, and nationally. Valley News Team's Rose Itzkovitz did a story today. You can catch that story on our website, valleynewslive.com.
You can learn a lot about the history of Moorhead schools and those who will forever be Spuds at a display that's now open. It's in the Performing Arts Center of Horizon Middle School, and it depicts every decade going back to the 1870s. Those on hand for tonight's ribbon cutting were part of classes going back to the 1950s.
It's a reminder to them that what they do today can have a lasting impact. For them to see, the kids who played football back in the 30s, they might have different gear, they might have different helmets, but for the most part, they're kids just like them, and they've now gone on to be successful in life, and our current students need role models like that.
30 historical documents are part of that display.
Tonight, Sanford hosted its annual Halloween costume party for children with physical disabilities. The event kicked off at 4 this afternoon with a costume parade at 4:30. The party goers got a chance to take part in a costume contest, win prizes, play games, and then also there was food and refreshments. Officials say it's always a great opportunity for children with physical disabilities to get together for some Halloween fun.
Owen doesn't eat orally, so it's really fun for us to do something for Halloween that doesn't involve going out trick-or-treating and getting treats, and celebrates your kids and lets them dress up and do all the fun things that other kids would normally do.
This is the 20th year Sanford has hosted this event.
Looked like fun.
It did.
Later on Valley News Live at 10, we've worked hard to get lead out of our paint and water pipes. But what about lead in hair dye? what the FDA is doing to make sure you and your kids are safe.
And our Storm Team Skycam network capturing a gorgeous setting sun with a few clouds pushing in and sprinkles late in our day. Temperatures, well, they were as warm as we'll see over the next 7 days. 55 in Fargo and Grand Forks, 54. Your forecast is next.